Hello, watch lovers. You know what time it is. And what can I say, guys? I feel like I've been away for a month. Gav, how long's it been?
No, you have been away for a month.
I haven't. It's been a week.
You've been away for at least a month.
So joining me as usual, I have Gavin here and Kaylee.
Hi, guys.
Happy to be back. Welcome back, boss.
It's been 9 days.
I'd like to say
Just
we've
two
missed
Mondays.
you. I'd like to say we've
You're
missed
gonna lie
you.
and say you
No,
missed
because
me.
I got to watch you last night on Paul's show with Tickers.
Yeah,
and I saw
see Nico with no shirt on.
Nico popped in with
Yeah.
a shirt on, and I didn't catch the name of the other chap. I thought he was very, very good as well.
D. He
D.
came to the BMW show in MV Augusta.
Ah, okay, yeah, very, very nice chap. Yeah. Welcome everybody to Monday night, 8 p.m, and it's That Watch Guy London. If you do have any questions for Spencer
Jacks.
or Kaylee, do please pop them in. Yes, you'll notice there's been a couple of changes, Spencer.
What's going on with these questions?
Yeah, there's all
Jeez.
things evening. You're supposed to read it out as it scrolls. Give it a
It's
go.
like watching the Grand Prix or
It is,
watching
isn't
a
it?
tennis
Yeah.
match.
Paul Thorpe, evening all. There
God,
we
he
go.
can't stay away.
Fantastic. Stay away.
Hello,
Stay
Paul
away.
Thorpe.
Paul, looking forward to having you joining us next week live on the show. We've got a very special show lined up for everybody. Don't forget to give us an upvote and thank you for joining us. Spencer, did you see who advertised? YouTube throws in adverts at the beginning of the show.
Do you know something? They called me today and they said,
Harrods.
would I mind? I got the call today. Harrods called me and said, would I mind if they advertised just before
At the
our
front
show?
of your show.
Yeah. So I told them, okay, but don't make a habit of it.
Yeah, I mean that's luxury. The most luxurious store in the world, advertising ahead of our show. What are the chances?
Crazy.
Fantastic, guys! If you haven't done so already, please do give us a like and a subscribe. Great to have everybody with us: Uncle Jonga, Night Risk Watchman, Gary Goodchild, Steve W, Paul Thorpe, as always,
Where's your
Ian
tan,
Nicholson.
Spence?
Where's Tan? Can I just put it out there? It's actually a fun. Whenever someone asks if I've been away, I always used to sit in the shade to not get a suntan because I don't like people to know I'm away. But now every time I go away, Gav goes, Spencer's away this week. I haven't really got a lot
Do you
of
know
choice.
what, actually? When he came back, he actually looked like he'd been away. You actually looked really tan this time. We were like, whoa.
Wow, Kaylee, have you noticed something else about Spencer?
I have.
Have you?
What's
But
that?
I don't know if it's... No, because I don't want to say it because I've noticed it since
What's
he got
that?
back, but I won't
Go on.
say it.
Spence,
Yeah.
what you done to your hair?
I just had
You've got a
haircut.
whole hairdo at the front.
Just
No.
had a
Don't lean forward. Don't lean forward.
I won't
But
lean-
if you lean back like that, it looks like
Well,
you've had a hair
do you know
transplant.
something? I was told to go to Turkey because they do them out there, but I'm not going.
You're not
Couldn't do the
going?
pain. No.
Wow. So I have to say, from this
Really?
angle, it looks like you've got a full head of hair. Don't tilt forward and ruin it.
I just had a haircut today, that was all.
Kaylee, I've had a nightmare today.
Why?
I came in today and I took some photographs of some watches for the Instagram, and I realised that obviously it's the summer and that like the bare hair comes out.
What, they all...
So I've given it a complete.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it just looks better on the pictures, except you know what I forgot to do.
You've got to do the other one. Oh my God, that's quite scary. And also, why does the hand with the hair on look more tan than the hand without?
Because that's the thing. Everybody thinks I'm very obviously dark olive skin, but actually it's just the hair on my arm. I'm actually quite pale, really. But there we go.
So funny.
Speaking of arms and things, what's on your wrist today, Kaylee?
So going along the summer lines, I thought Candy Pink 31. Not that anyone could
Ship it over. Let's have a little look.
You know,
A Candy Pink 31.
more here for good vibes.
Spence,
in the
these
summer.
have good vibes. These have really kind of held their values, haven't they?
Yeah,
They haven't really been sort of much affected by what's
Some
going
of
on
these
in the world.
pieces haven't been discontinued, but because the bigger sizes have, they've sort of... Everyone knows what's going to happen, really.
The pink's always been popular,
Yeah.
hasn't it?
Let's have a little look. Because we don't really get these out too often, do we? Let's watch this. Watch it turn around and face me. Hold on a second.
'Cause it
Oh
doesn't
no,
look
it's
that
not
pink
having
in the
it.
camera.
Oh, there we go. It doesn't look that pink. It could be the lighting in here, to be fair.
Doesn't actually.
It does now, doesn't it? Yeah.
Still not that pink, but it
I
is.
promise you it's
Yeah.
pinker.
It's a beauty. And that's what size? 31?
31.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. Spencer, we went out for dinner and I looked down at your wrist expecting to see a Pepsi or a
Pepsi
Smurf.
Batman or the Smurf.
And you have got
Something.
something very, very different
This
on today. What have you
is-
got on?
Let me tell you, I've had these watches over the years. This is a magnificent piece of machinery.
If only you could work out how to get it off. As I put it on, Spencer, let me give it a little clean. But what is this? What am I about to show on the camera?
That is Perpetual Calendar by IWC.
And
the glass
Gav, do you not
back.
realise that Spence loves something because he kept saying to us, "It's really lovely, isn't it? This piece."
No, that is a special
That is an
watch.
absolutely special. In fact, it's so big I could probably take my glasses off. That is. What size is that? Guess, Spence. If you don't know, 43.
43.
Wow.
Yeah. But perpetual calendar moon phase.
Yeah.
If you look there, Gav, you've got the years, the power reserve. You couldn't get any. I mean, the only thing it
Yeah, you're
doesn't
absolutely
do.
right. It's got the year right there.
The
isn't
only
it?
missing
2022.
thing on that, it doesn't make a cup of tea. But besides that, it does everything.
I'm trying to think if it does tell the time. It's 6 minutes
and
past
the year.
8.
got
Can
the
you see the
year.
year on it as well?
Yeah.
Yeah,
in the bottom
2022.
left.
It's
Yeah.
absolutely stunning. It really, really is. Let's have a look at the depth of the case as well.
And look
And
at
then
that,
the
the
back,
glass back.
Oh, I love that. Stunning.
Really? And how much is such a thing, Spencer?
That I believe we beat anyone on price. I think that's going to be about 26,000.
Has it only just come? Uncle John says,
it's
what a
not-
stunner. Yeah.
It's got to go through the workshop. It's just something that's come in. I'm wearing.
Yeah,
Just
Carlos.
to-
Well, that is a piece of
I'm
spit.
just being a test
So
pilot
it's
on
it's
that.
coming through the workshop.
Yeah.
It's about to be made all
overall.
nice
Yeah.
and all beautiful.
Gav?
And on my non-hairy wrist today, I got my Hulk out.
I actually can't believe you shaved your
Yeah,
your
nor can
arm.
I. I really messed it up. Wait until Victoria sees that later. I have my Hulk. I got it out the box the other day.
I think that's a great summer watch.
Beautiful.
Absolutely. And someone's going to have a go at me. But Spencer, can I ask you a question? I can never... my watch does not set, dare I say it, bang on to 12. Is that common?
No, it just needs an adjustment. There's an adjustment on the ring too.
Is that on 12?
I'll have
Yeah,
a
it is
look
on
at it.
12. I love it. Haven't
That
had it. I
looks-
haven't had it out for a good while.
Let's have a look at it.
You're going to have a little look. Going to fix it for me. Vonkrel says, isn't a perpetual calendar annoying if you don't wear it every day? Annual calendar seems more practical.
The answer is yes, but there are ways to solve the annoyance. Have
Yeah.
a watch winder. So with these sort of things, you get them serviced. It's a watch that must go on a watch winder.
Must go on a watch
yeah,
winder.
It's got to go.
Okay.
Because the setting, you've got normally got on the Pateks, they have little push buttons to forward on the month.
Right.
So this, yeah, I mean, it is.
Let's pop it back on here for everybody to see again.
I mean,
gonna,
everyone's loving it.
Yeah, everyone's loving my single hairy arm. Right. Let's just put that back. Let's put this on again. Do you know when you commit to doing something, Kaylee?
I don't know why you done it.
Well, do you know what? I just thought I'd just trim the edge just because the hairs were really covering. And when I looked today, it's just, I don't know, the heat's
Yeah,
made
you
them
should
all
have
grow.
just used a trimmer.
What? There is a trimmer.
Did you use
No,
V?
I took
no,
no.
not with zero.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
with a
And do you know what I've
two-guard.
done? Look at that. I left it on the bottom. Like an
Yeah.
idiot. Got a moustache. But yeah, so I'll have to keep that covered up for... It'll only take about a week to grow back. You know how these things work, Kaylee. It is. Let's get that back on. There we go.
Wow.
Absolutely beautiful. Really, really stunning. Gringer's in the house. I think I'd only buy a watch winder if I owned a perpetual calendar just to avoid the annoyingness.
Yes,
I think you're
100%.
absolutely right. Spencer, do you own a watch winder?
I think I've got quite a
few. Do you keep them at home for your watches, or
no, they're
just
at the office? We've got
just in
some
the office?
Wolf ones at the office. I've had a few over time, but
with my my? What did I pick up last week? Kaylee, remind me.
Your
You got
Swatch?
the Casio and a watch winder.
No, the Casio's not on the watch winder.
Your
Not
Swatch?
not the new moon swatch. No, I
Your
bought
Jubilee
a
thing?
no. I bought a.
Oh, you bought an Explorer.
No, I didn't buy an Explorer.
Tudor.
I know.
I bought a
Tudor.
Tudor Black
That's
Bay
why.
Pro. They gave me a free watch winder.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Note to self, Spencer. Give away watch winders.
Note to
I
self.
saw Ian Nicholson commented on what can he win this week. Ian, if you're a really good boy and you come down and host the channel as we've insisted that, well, actually, Greggy invited you last week for you and Kelvin to come down, and we're going to make it in a few weeks' time when Spencer's away again. I'll have something lined up for you, a little pair of gloves, and you can come and play with all the lovely watches. Uncle John, Gav shaved his arm is a taste of what's to come in the Brighton night out. Absolutely right. Speaking of which, Paul is having a big Brighton night out this Saturday,
Yes,
isn't he?
next Saturday coming.
Yeah.
As I've said to Paul, unfortunately I can't make it.
Yeah, I can't make that one. Kaylee, can you make that one?
I can't, sorry.
I can't make that one.
But middle of July, we are going to be doing a Saturday and a Sunday drive all the way down to Devon.
Fantastic.
So you can bring your cars, your motorbikes, your scooters, your helicopters, your planes, whatever you want to do, and we're going to go all the way down. We hope it's going to be a good weekend weather-wise, and we're going all the way to Devon.
Yep.
Take it
Andy
from
Binns.
me, If they're all on their motorbikes, don't drive. Just get a plane. It's so much quicker.
Yeah. Gav, are you coming down to Brighton Saturday? Sadly not. I actually have a 50th birthday party to go to. Tim Jacks, I thought Gav was going to give Ian an internal inspection with that glove. You never know. It's live and we don't mind over here. I asked Spencer for gloves ages ago, already said I'm coming. Oh, I'm up for coming down. Fantastic. Ian, I'm going to contact you after the show today. Hulk versus Kermit. Hulk all day long for me.
Yeah.
For you?
Same.
Yep.
Hulk.
Yeah, we all agree with that one. Spence, let's talk about BQ. First of all, let's bring out the very, 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 very big news.
Yay!
Baby Gav has arrived.
No.
But his real name is...
His real name is Lucas Totta.
So for
She may kill me because I probably said that
wrong. She
wrong.
was really having a baby.
She didn't lie, I promise
she didn't
you.
lie.
You thought it was an excuse to get out of doing some work.
he is the cutest thing.
That is Janilda's
Ever.
little boy who was born a few days ago.
Yep.
When's
On the
born?
9th.
Is it Friday? or
No,
Saturday?
the Thursday. 9th of June.
Yeah, fantastic. So Janilda, we know you watch every week.
I mean-
Congratulations on the birth of your son. I hope it was an easy push. And look at him. He's absolutely gorgeous, stunning.
We can't wait to meet him.
Yeah,
I can't.
and I know you're going to put the middle name as Gabriel or something as his middle name. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. So that was that. Now, there's been some other news at BQ Spencer, hasn't there?
Has there?
Yeah,
Well, I don't
apparently-
know. I've been away.
Apparently you had a flood.
Yes.
Tell me,
Yes.
I mean, you know, you announced it last night on Paul's show, but you had a little flood. What happened?
We had a little flood. Okay. Go on.
I can't. No, you go. You
I'll
start
go.
your bit
Okay.
and then I'll
So
say my bit.
basically, what happened was, I was away and I get a call at 6 o'clock from the alarm company. The alarm's gone off. A light had come down in the basement and we had a burst pipe on the first floor and there was water, like a hose pipe,
Everywhere.
absolutely going everywhere. Thankfully, the light came down, set off the CCTV,
Yeah.
which is monitored 24/7.
Hold on. The water, the light
No,
falling down
wait,
sets off the CCTV.
Wait.
Okay, I'll wait. Go on.
So the light fell down and then...
Yeah.
Actually, we'll show the pictures next week.
Oh, okay.
So the light fitting came down, the CCTV's monitored, they saw what was happening. I called Kaylee, who was 10 minutes away, because I was 3 hours away in Spain.
Yeah.
She went there with the security guard,
Yeah.
went in
So-
and turned off.
Over to you, Kaylee.
So no, because Spencer wasn't there. So I was on FaceTime to Spencer, right? Wanted to go see what was happening. Walk in. I'm like, with security. I was like, what's that sound? I was like, something's gushing. I opened the door and I promise you, it was like, I didn't want to turn any lights on, right? So I literally just put my foot in the
It was like a swimming
kitchen
pool, wasn't it?
and my foot was like
Underwater.
soaking. So I was
Wow.
like, what is going on? Ran upstairs, realised burst pipe. The security people turned it off first, but it was
How did you know where to turn off? How did the front stopcock?
It was the water filter, and you could just turn
turn off, yeah.
So they turned that off. Called Simon, my brother Darren turned up there. Justin called a plumber with his Hoover.
Right.
honestly, it's
And-
meant it was.
So this wasn't some sort of dodgy claim for the,
no.
no.
3 hours later,
Properly.
all hoovered up,
All hoovered up.
dehumidifiers for a
Yep.
week, and we're recovered.
Fantastic, amazing,
Yeah.
amazing. And how?
So what happened was, though, the submariners worked very well in the water.
Hey,
Yeah.
boom, 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 boom,
It was
boom.
our way of testing them.
And what's going on in the watch world, Spence? Update us. Everything's steadying the ship.
Things have certainly come off a bit.
Yep.
And like I announced last night on Paul's show, so what sort of happened is things have come down. We are realigned
Yep.
in price with everyone else. Actually, like we always do, try and be cheaper than anyone else. Certain things come down. I've announced that an olive that was 80 odd thousand, looked like it was going 90, 100. Is now at 59.
Yeah,
Yeah.
59.
So you've got a realignment, and certain people are picking things up.
Yep.
Gold Submariner was down at 40. Sold 2 of those last week. So there's certainly activity. But Gav, this is like you owning a share or you owning a house, and suddenly the market's gone up. So on paper, you think everything you've got has gone up.
Sure.
But you haven't really.
There's no realised profit.
realisation.
Yeah.
So now it's come down a bit. No
Yeah,
difference.
so be it. Still
Yeah.
trading, still going.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Still desirable, still sought after. People still like their watches.
Yep.
But for people wanting to go and buy things, they're more affordable.
Yeah.
And equally, flippers and people selling things, they're not going to get quite what they might have got in sort of
6 months ago.
April, May.
Yeah.
March, April, May.
Absolutely.
That's all.
Yeah. And margins are still margins. Amazing. Guys, if you do have any questions for Spencer or Kaylee, I mean, whilst we have him back for 1 week, I mean, do get them. No, you're here next week as well, aren't you? And then you're off for about 3 months.
No, he's here next week.
Yeah. No, he's here and I'm
the week
here.
after.
And the week after. I'm not here the week after. Yeah, that's
So
right.
it's me and Spence on the
It's
show.
you and Spencer, absolutely. Now, the title of this week's show, Spencer, is Which Watch for What?
Okay.
Which is very, very confusing. But basically, I asked the two of you to pick out, what watch would you wear for which sort of thing? And then we just threw a title up on the screen last night. Kaylee, what did you pick out for your Which Watch for What?
Okay, so number 1, it's my fave. Love it.
Let's have a little
Hopefully I'll
look.
have it one day. But I also love it because I think beer garden, summer,
Do you
dinners.
want to pass it over, Spence? Where is it?
It was this, wasn't it? Yeah. Just checking that I picked the right one.
Yeah.
I just think
There we
it's
go,
a
Gav.
lovely
Amazing.
summer
So
piece.
give me the
So
give me the
hopefully one
model
day-
reference on this.
1, 2, 6.
2, 3, 3.
Now, Spencer, I'm just letting you know in advance that when it comes to Kaylee's
What, her 10-year?
special anniversary,
Maybe when she's been with us, what, 20 years, Gav?
well,
Was
I,
that-
Oh my
I
God,
think
I'll be
I think maybe
46.
5 years.
5 years.
I think maybe another year.
I mean, I definitely think
It's gorgeous.
This is
love
Kaylee's
it.
favourite.
No, all-time favourite.
Now, I said which watch for what, or whatever it was called. What is this watch? Why did you pick this watch, and what for?
So summer, summer, winter, any season really. It's just an everyday watch, but
Just
it
an
will
ev-
look lovely in the
Gav, I
sun.
can't imagine what her special watch will be if this is every day.
Yeah, this is her
I mean,
everyday
her and
beta.
Janilda starts wearing Daytonas, gold Daytonas, rose gold.
Yeah. Tim Jacks asked Kaylee, the best advice Spencer's ever given you.
Don't give up your day job.
Ever. You're never allowed to leave ever. Maybe Kaylee, maybe that's the way to get this watch. Spencer, I'm off unless
Oh yeah,
I can have that watch.
I quit unless I
But
have
I'll
that.
pay for it.
Or
But
even
a
take
pound
you
a
on
month.
No,
interviews.
£10
I'll
a
take you on
month.
interviews.
Yeah.
I'll help get
£10
you
a
job.
month. Well, Gringa says, what a watch, Kaylee. Beautiful choice, classy, elegant, and timeless. It's absolutely
Thank
stunning.
you.
And you love the fact that it's got little diamonds on the 6 and the 9,
Yeah,
don't
but
you?
I like the fact that they're not too in your face. They're very subtle.
Yeah.
That you wouldn't know. And I think the green with the diamonds, I just think it's lovely. It's my fave. Hopefully one day.
Absolutely stunning. It's a beautiful beauty. I have to say, I mean, I'm not big on bimetal myself, but then I don't have to wear it. But I do love the sort of the fluted bezel on it. Spencer, what did? Let's make sure we don't rip the sticker off. What did
your one? Or-
Yeah, no. You go next. You go
Oh, no,
next.
okay. I got to tell you, this was one of my going back over time. The APs just stunning. This piece here, the Rubins Barrichello. Yeah.
Former F1 racing driver,
Correct.
wasn't he?
So basically, they done these in 3 models. They done titanium, gold. Hang on,
Yeah.
I just want to tell you what number this was. See if I can see on here.
Do you want me to see?
You see the number on there. So they done this model in titanium, gold, and platinum. You see the number?
Oh yeah, 133 of 150.
50. Right. So
133 of
from
150.
memory, the titanium was 500, the gold was 250, and that's 150 pieces. I've actually handled, I think, about 5 of those.
That's
That is one of
God, we're
150.
going to have to zoom out. That's an absolute monster.
But if
And it's
you
so
look,
heavy.
the detailing on that, the weight of the piece is just incredible.
Yeah.
But look at the detail on that.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's do exactly that. Let's zoom in.
So look in there.
There we go. So that's a Rubins Barrichello. And I'm trying to think what's a reference to the blue. Maybe blue was his helmet colour or something.
Yeah.
He was Brazilian, wasn't he, Rubins
Yeah, I
Barrichello?
believe so. But the other one was the Montoya. The Montoya and the Barrichello,
Yeah.
very similar, but the Montoya had the carbon. And people often discuss which one was better, but I think that's stunning. And in
Yeah.
the platinum, I mean, Gav, you feel it. It's like a brick.
I mean,
it really is.
Oh my God, that is really, really heavy. Let's have a look at the back. There we go. There's the RB for the Rubins Barrichello. It is a hefty.
But
piece.
look at the buttons. Look
I'm
at the
surprised Paul
styling.
Thorpe hasn't got one of these. Is this
Oh,
the
Paul.
one when Paul had one stolen? Was it a Montoya? It was a Montoya,
I think
wasn't
he
it?
had the Montoya.
If I
mean, I've
remember rightly.
recently
Obviously,
sold-
Paul, I've watched all your videos.
We've recently sold that in the gold. I mean, just absolutely stunning.
Yeah. Now, which watch for what? Why will you be picking this out? What are you wearing it for? Because you literally need muscles on your arm, Spencer.
One of the Grand Prix. Yeah,
Yes.
you might want to wear it. I mean, it is an absolute.
Greggy Boy said, love that. But can I just say one thing to Greggy Boy?
Yeah.
Greggy Boy, I put on a perfume today that you gave me. I put it on at dinner. Next thing you know, Gav goes, oh, I love that. Gav's got some on. Then Spencer goes, yeah, I want some of that.
Well,
so we're all wearing the same scent tonight.
But to be fair, the reason why I love it is I was about to take a sip of my coffee and you sprayed it. I got a mouthful of the perfume and I went, that tastes nice. What's that, Kaylee? No, it's absolutely beautiful.
That's so funny.
Couple of questions that just went through before we move on. Roly Mania says, are you buying 2022 sub date, no date at retail or under? Way over retail.
I'll buy
I mean, we'll buy it retail and under.
I was about to say, I'll buy under retail.
I'll buy it both.
Yeah.
I'll buy it both.
No, but you'd pay over,
I'll pay
well over retail for
Absolutely.
that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So there's the answers to that one.
The market isn't absolutely on its knees.
No.
That-
Dr. Algie says, if I save up 10k, should I get the Breitling BO1 Navitimer or just get a used sub?
Use sub.
And you always go with the Submariners, your absolute
I've said
go-to.
if someone could only buy one watch for the rest of their life, it's a sub.
Yeah.
Go I2 says, what is your thoughts on the Tudor Black Bay Pro? I'm absolutely loving it. Case thickness does not bother me since it's 39mm. Do you get inquiries from customers?
On a bracelet or the strap?
That's a very good question. On a bracelet or a strap?
But Gav, you could answer that,
mine.
'cause you've
Well, I'm
got
going
yours.
to.
You got the bracelet, didn't you?
I got the bracelet. Here's the thing. This is terrible because I was so excited to get the watch and I absolutely love it. I do. But Greg, I've worn the watch you bought me all week up until tonight. And up until that, I keep rotating around my moon swatches. And I'm sorry to say, I have not worn the Tudor once yet. I haven't even got it out of the box.
You got it on the bracelet, didn't you?
I got it on the bracelet, yeah. And I do absolutely love it, but I do need to give it some airtime. I thought about bringing it on this week, but then Greggy bought his on last week. So I thought I'll bring out
the Hulk. Yeah.
Hulk smash. Tim Jacks, don't worry, Gav answered it. Uncle John, agree with Spencer. Submariner does it all in every situation.
Yeah.
Let's have a look what I picked out, Spencer. Now,
Gav, why did you pick
which watch for what? Well, wind yourself back 1 year, and I was very, very lucky, nearly a year. I was very, very lucky to go with my friend Richard Smith to Wimbledon. And of course, I said to Spencer, can't miss the photo op. I need to take some Wimbledon watches with me.
That's right. You took them, didn't you, when you were there?
I took a couple of them, actually, and took a load of pictures. And I absolutely love this. If I'm going to be really, really honest, I'm going to say to you that this wouldn't have been my... I'm going to give it a little clean. This wouldn't have been my first choice. It would have been a different...
bracelet and bezel.
Well, the bezel. I would have gone with the fluted bezel.
The fluted bezel on the Jubilee or on the Oyster?
No, I'd still go on the Oyster because I'm Oyster all day long for me.
See, I love that on the
I love it
Jubilee.
on a fluted bezel. James, hey Gav, popped into Goldsmiths Day for a browse at the Black Bay Pro and came out with a Tudor Black Bay ceramic. I think I got lucky. I got offered one last week, funnily enough, which I thought was very, very nice, the Black Bay ceramic. And I think you're right, you did get very, very lucky. I absolutely adore this watch. And the Wimbledon dial.
I love the Wimbledon.
I love it with the green, and it really does. Yeah, it really does shine.
Yeah.
So I would have that for
years
tennis.
to come, that is going to be a really sought after piece.
Well, the one on the Jubilee with the fluted bezel is going so much. I think it's
But that for a
7
collection,
list. It's about 15 now.
Really? So still eight over list.
Yeah.
that for a collection in years to come is going to be up there without question.
Moving on to collections for a second, because I was watching the show last night. Paul, I really enjoyed your show last night. I really enjoyed watching it. In fact, I was listening to it in the car. I had a lot of driving to do last night, and I was listening to it, and it stopped me falling asleep. But
Or it sent you to sleep.
no, it stopped me falling asleep. And one of the things you were talking about, Spencer, was watches in the collections, etc., etc. If you were building now it's easy for me to ask you because you've obviously got watches and you're in and around watches all day. And you made a comment where you said, if I was putting together a watch collection, obviously the thing to do is to buy them when they first come out because they're only going to, if that's what you want, get it then. But if you're a late to the party, as I would necessarily maybe late to the party in terms of the watch addiction.
Watches from 20 years ago or older
the watch
pieces.
addiction, yeah. If you were looking back in time and thought about some of the watches that you could have added to your collection that you didn't necessarily buy at the time, are there some go-to watches that you think, we know about Submariner, for example, but you just said like a Wimbledon. With
Yeah, I think.
But is that something you would necessarily have added 10 years ago? Or is that just as your taste change and as you grow up and
No, but
grow
I
in?
just think that was a really special dial that they brought out.
Yeah.
Everyone spoke about the OPs, but no one really grabbed hold of them until they sort of had the hype. They were being
Yeah.
discontinued and dropped back. But now my advice is, I see that Kermit that we spoke about last night. I think it's a great watch, but I wouldn't see new old stock at 35,000.
Yeah. Russell says the rose gold olive dial Wimbledon is incredible. I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, I showed you one today.
Oh, in fact, I've seen one today because Kaylee showed it to me. You did,
What do
didn't
you
you?
mean? Oh, sorry.
I think you mean.
Yeah,
I think you mean
yeah.
steel and rose.
Yeah, steel and rose, maybe.
No, I thought you meant
He does say
gold olive.
rose gold olive
No, the
dial
rose gold
Wimbledon
olive.
is incredible.
Day.
Oh, yeah, but that's not a Wimbledon, is it?
No, but he's saying. But again, that, for example, is a watch that hit 80-odd thousand. It's come back to 59. There's a bit of interest in that now
Yeah.
because it's a lot more affordable.
Yeah.
And if that's discontinued,
It's a lot
bang.
more affordable at 59 grand.
Well, 20 grand cheaper.
Absolutely, 100 respect, 100% respect that it's come back in price. Tufty says the new DJ with the green dial is unbelievable.
Yeah, stunning.
Brian McCarthy says, I'll have it same bracelet but fluted and Jubilee.
I'm
Yeah,
waiting
I
to see that
agree.
new fluted dial. Remember we had the blue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The new fluted dial in the green, I think. Will
Oh
be
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Really
That looks
special.
stunning on the website.
I mean, I do really like that. It's really tough, actually, because what's happened since we started doing this is my watch collection has definitely increased across the board. I'm actually struggling to watch to wear when anyway. Greggy, that watch last week was sensational. Nicola and the boys bought me the yellow, and I keep rotating around those. And I rarely get to... I haven't put my Milgauss on now for months.
So how many you got in the Swatch now?
Oh, I've got about 80.
80.
80.
No, the Amigas.
3.
3. Okay.
Yeah.
I really
Four including the one I let you have. 5 including the one I let Paul buy and give away. 6 including the one that we gave to your mate.
I really want the pink one. I love it.
Do you want the pink one?
What's the
I've got the pink
story
one.
with them?
Sorry, I stand corrected. Oh no, it's 3 including
Yeah,
the pink
you've
one.
got 3.
Yeah.
What's the story with them? I know they've had the riots at the stores and everything else.
So basically what's happened is that, and this is what I can work out now, Swatch are loving the fact that there's a queue every single day outside their stores. And they're not interested in sort of breaking up the party. So every day the boys come along and they crowd outside the front of the door. They all know the security and they get first dibs on everything that goes on. If you're lucky
What, and they
enough...
give you a £5 drink if you sell it back?
No, there's always other people in the queue, but they don't get a chance necessarily. You have to be lucky and walk up when stock is actually coming in. But what I would say is, and I was actually up there the other day and had a very nice... I actually bought 2 swatches, other swatches over the weekend. In fact, I'll bring them in actually. One looks very much like an AP. I just happened to notice. But what they did say is that they know what's going on in the store, and they know the customers that are genuinely coming in and looking for stuff, and not that they're putting stuff away, but they're helping out where they can now. So they know where
They know
they
now.
know
Yeah.
they know
It's
they know where the
crazy.
genuine interest is. And whilst they actually don't care about the people flipping the watches because they don't refuse to serve them or anything, they just don't get involved in all the scramble outside. They let security deal with it.
Yeah.
And
Have they always had security there, Gav?
no, they've never
No.
had security there. And let me tell you, I wore my moon swatch the other day, and I went to Carnaby Street, and I saw Siobhan, and she was so excited that I got mine. Like she was genuinely over the moon, which made me feel
Over the moon.
Over the
Yeah.
moon for the moon swatch.
and it made me buy another watch. She didn't. I just thought I'll get another watch. over there.
So funny.
Is that what Amiga are doing now? Make you buy non-core items to get Swatch
Yeah,
Amiga?
maybe. I went into Amiga on Oxford Street the other day. They had a Snoopy in, and I tried my luck there and asked to try it on and flip it on and have a little look, and gave it that looks beautiful. Can I buy it? And he said, oh, no. We have 2,800 people on the list of it who would be ahead of you anyway, and you have to have a relationship and all the rest of it. But yeah,
They had one.
they had one in there, yeah, and they just had one at the back. And originally he said he didn't, and then he saw my moon swatch, and then he got all interested, wanted to have a look at it, and he went, actually, I've got one at the back. Let me bring it out for you. And he was very,
What
very
is
nice.
list money on that?
Not a lot.
I thought it was 8.
Yeah, 7 or 8. Yeah, yeah.
See, that is one Amiga that it always goes over list no matter what.
Ian asks, Gav, which moonies have you got? I've got so far the Mars, mission to the moon, and I've got...
You not got Uranus?
No, I've got...
I'm looking after
no,
Uranus.
I've got the pink one. What's the pink one? It's gone out my head.
Don't know. I just like it because it's
The
pink.
pink one. Gone up my head. No, Uranus is baby blue.
That's the one I'm looking
Spencer's
after.
got that. Yeah. 3 watch collection for someone who just got into the hobby. Great. My Swatch journey. Absolutely. Now, Spencer, I know you've been away forever, but have you seen Top Gun?
No.
We need to go a
haven't
bit
seen it yet.
retro here, just for a little bit. Spencer,
I've heard it's
you
fabulous.
have got to get yourself down to the IMAX.
Yeah.
Get your aviators on, get a leather jacket on,
Really?
and soak it up. The
When
film.
did you go and see
Stop
it?
it.
I went to see it last week at the IMAX. It was unreal. And I was only slightly disappointed that one of my childhood sweethearts, Kelly McGillis, who honestly, I had posters up on my wall of her. And then they replaced her with this gorgeous girl. I think her name's Jenny Connolly. And I thought to myself, that's a bit out of order. Everybody else had made a comeback in the film. They showed clips of Goose. It was all amazing. And I thought, I wonder what happened to Kelly McGillis. And then I realised why they didn't cast her. Basically, the button stopped working, James. Have you stopped it? James, the buttons aren't working. Yeah, that's Kelly McGillis now.
That's why she didn't come back. Yeah.
She didn't quite make it. And I'm thinking, God, that's a little bit out of order, isn't it? They could have brought her back in some kind of role. But
Maybe she didn't want to. Maybe it wasn't because of what she looked like.
Are you sure?
No.
Let's see
I mean,
how-
I'm just trying to think. She went from that
Yeah, but how old was she there?
to that. Well, I
So
don't
she
know,
looks
but I'm
about
just saying
80
there's a
there.
reason why she didn't get cast.
Many years older than Tom Cruise currently is.
Yes, James is shouting from the control room. That's all right. He's right. Tom Cruise has not aged literally a day, but probably a bit of surgery. And Kelly McGillis wasn't great. But to be fair, this lady did a lovely job, Jenny, and she's
Where's the
my
glasses
new
on screen?
poster girl. Guys, I'm not sure if you've been to see Top Gun, but if you haven't, go and get your rip-off IMAX tickets. How much for a ticket for an IMAX, Spence?
What's an IMAX?
Come and show
Suspect,
your
yeah.
age. It's a cinema
God,
with
it's
a
probably
big
like
screen.
28 quid
No,
or
but
something.
what's an
Go on.
IMAX?
It's a screen experience. It's
Yeah.
ginormous,
right.
big
Go on.
sound. Yeah, it's £22.
Pardon?
It was like a £60 outing to go to the cinema. By the time you did your ticket,
Popcorn.
your popcorn,
Ice blast all the way, surely. Mixed.
ice blast,
Yeah, always.
mixed.
Always.
I feel the need for speed. You're absolutely right. Not so much a dreamboat, more a shipwreck now.
Such a
Absolutely. Top Gun Maverick is one of the best films that's come to the cinema in years. Has to be seen in IMAX.
No, I
Pure,
wanna go.
nostalgic, and emotional.
Should we
You're
go to the
absolutely right.
office?
It is fantastic. Spence, honestly, the music comes on. I cried.
Cried.
It was very emotional. Very, very.
gonna have
In
to
fact, I would like to challenge all the studios out there. Just remake every 80s film. It will just be a killer seller because films these days seem to be a little bit naff. They could remake Raiders of the Lost Ark. There's a new one coming out actually. The Goonies.
Oh, I like that. I know that.
yeah.
I
The
know what that
Goonies.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a really
With
good
that
one, wouldn't
funny
it?
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
in
know.
in like the cell in the thing.
There's
the
so many
water.
good films that they could redo, wouldn't
Yeah.
they? We'd all watch them all over
Wizard
again.
of Oz. No.
That's a little bit further back than
Gotcha.
the 80s. Back to the Future, that would be an amazing one. Russell would love that, wouldn't he, if they did a Back to the
So
Future?
the IMAX, is that like 3D?
You can be my wingman
Oh,
any
the
day.
set, everything in there.
It's just everything. It's an amazing
But
cinema
like with
experience.
your eyes though, like 3D, it makes you feel like you're
Kaylee,
Yeah,
I'll
the
tell you what I'll
sound.
do. Kaylee, they gave me 2 free tickets because my seat was broken. So I went for the IMAX experience, did about 65 quid, and my seat was broken. So they gave me 2 free tickets to another show. So I'll give them to you and Spencer.
Okay.
You have to buy your own popcorn. But
an ice blast
yeah,
mixed.
yeah, Roly Mania, Gremlins. I mean, that would be a love. Yeah,
The Breakfast
Porky's,
Club?
The Breakfast Club, amazing. Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
Don't know now.
There's some
Only know
real
that one,
winners
sorry,
out there.
from the
There's
Goonies.
some real winners out. So Spencer, yes, my advice to you is this weekend,
Okay.
before you go away
Oh, yeah,
again,
Harry Potter.
get down and see Top Gun.
Sure.
Unbelievable, nostalgic, fantastic. What else happened over the weekend? Phillips had an auction.
Oh, Gav, you can be my
Gav,
wingman.
you've got-
Oh,
Super
thank
chat.
you. Oh, £1.70, and thank you. That'll go towards Spencer's popcorn. Thank you so much for that. Could remake Rain Man and Spencer could play the lead role. That would be
With Tom Hanks,
fantastic. No, it was
He was.
Dustin Hoffman
Yes, sir.
and Tom
Right.
Cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah, except you'd be Dustin Hoffman and Paul would have to be Tom Cruise. He'd have to be the. Yeah, that's fantastic. Harsh on Kenny. She could have played one of the bombs, but she probably wouldn't have fit in the hole. Wow. Auction time at the weekend. So watch prices have collapsed, apparently, and then Philips do an auction, and the prices
Well,
are
I've seen some of
mental.
these. I don't think they were.
Let's have a little look. Let's have a look at lots 1, 2, and 3. So the estimates for these watches, for the Patek 5711 18010 on the left, Spencer, estimate was 40 to 80 grand, and it sold for $170,100.
It's a lot. That's
It's a bit of a wide
ridiculous,
spread, isn't it?
sorry.
Is that dollars?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dollars. I know your eyes aren't that good.
So it's. I can't.
So
see
it
that.
sold for $170.
Well, I don't think that's terrible.
But I
at
don't
all.
think that's.
At 123, so it's about £140,000.
So it's about the market now.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is the estimates.
But that
Wh-
estimate
what-
that isn't right. Estimate
The
40
estimate
to
was
80.
too low.
Way too low.
Okay,
Never
moving on.
has been that.
Let's move on to number 2 because once again,
Hang on, Gav. Sorry, I didn't. Was that just one? Just go back to that
Yeah.
before.
yeah. So that was the front page of the auction.
Oh, there's the 5712. So they
Where'd the
estimated 40 to
5712
80
go?
again.
Yeah,
With the 5712, I can't read that.
138,600.
yeah.
What year was that?
It doesn't. New old stock,
I think that's really cheap.
That's quite reasonable.
138 grand.
Dollars.
Yeah.
That's
But
about
it's the 40 to
120.
80 that's a bit mental because then they've
Yeah.
but then
I
they've
think
done
the
the white
prices on there are a
Spence.
little bit.
They've done the
low.
white 5711 at 60 to 120, but the 5712 at 40
Yeah,
to 80.
again, we don't know the year of these watches.
I didn't go that deep. What I'm saying is either the estimates are completely shocking to start with, but all these watches seem to have sold for pretty
Well
decent
over.
money.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think the estimates are quite
Well, here,
low.
let me.
That's page 1 again.
That's page 1 again. Let's have a look at auction 4. This was an interesting one. So have a look at item number 37, lot 37, the 16610
Kermit
Submariner
flat four,
Kermit
that's what-
Flat 4. Brand new factory stickered. You were talking about this last night on the show. Estimated 15 to 30, sold for
Which is
44,100.
about 35 grand. Look, I don't think it's a bit of an oddment because new old stock, you're only going to buy it if you're never going to wear it.
Yeah.
You can't wear that piece because you could buy the watch for literally half the money if
Yeah.
you're going to wear it.
Yeah, Paul's saying estimates should call it clickbait. Is that with the buyer's premium? Tim, I'm not sure if it is with
Yeah,
the buyer's premium, but
We're
we're
not sure.
not sure because usually they do the hammer price as sold for, not hammer price plus the 20+% commission that they take. So I would assume that's the hammer price, and then on top would be the my £100 bids were well off. Absolutely.
That number 38, not many people know that, but just looking, that is the soda light dial,
Yeah.
I believe.
New old stock, very rare and highly something.
The soda
sort of
light is just
sulfur. But here's the interesting one. I've never seen that obviously horrific watch next to it. It's
Looks
quite
like
interesting.
It looks like a pumpkin.
The Constantine Shakin, okay? But look, it was estimated at 3,000 to 6,000. Went for 28,980. That's,
Yeah, well, you
that
had
wasn't a
some-
bad return, was it?
You've got someone who's had a good few drinks and they've gone and put their hand up.
Thought it's
They-
something else.
They had a little scratch. They put their hand up and ended up buying a watch.
Yeah. Heavenly Mark says, shaking 6 grand. Someone's been smoking crack. I've been after
Correct.
one for ages. There you go. I'm not sure whether I think that's the weirdest looking watch ever
No,
or the
it's-
very
I think
coolest
it's quite
looking
terrifying,
watch.
actually. Can you
Yeah.
imagine
Yeah.
being quite drunk and you look down at your wrist?
Rolex Mania, 26% included in those prices. So it's a 26% sort of buyer's premium. Interesting. Estimates courtesy of random number generator. Auctions, very common, Spencer, aren't they, for the sort of high-end pieces? Is it, do you think, just a collector puts his whole collection up?
It's a mixture of things, I think. Sometimes people have to put things in auction for probate or they think they're going to get the best price. But the people buying there are paying more than they normally pay because the 20%.
Yeah, 26%.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a huge market.
And does the seller pay a commission as well in these
All
auctions?
there's all different.
There'll be-
No, not
Surely there'd be, yeah.
Oh,
they'd
the
get
seller.
something.
The seller won't get the net.
No.
Well, the seller may get their price less than 26%. Depends on the deals they strike.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, when you put something in an auction, you've got to wait several months for the auction to come up. So it can be quite a slow process.
Alon Ben Joseph, hello from Amsterdam. Thank you for joining us. I see you've made your way to that Watch Guy London. Lovely to have you with us this evening. Would Spencer put any pieces in to an auction? Rolly Mania's asking.
In the past, if I have a very rare piece or I'm doing something on behalf of a customer, possibly.
Yeah.
If I have no idea or can't price something
Yeah.
or think it could be a very, very rare piece, I'll put it in, but not normally.
J-Kid says, I wonder how many people taking time to watch YouTube videos are truly interested in the prices of watches. Only 1% of the population can afford. I think most people that watch these channels kind of are interested somewhere along the line, either for the wow factor or for that's the silly factor.
Also, yeah.
I think
But
it's
it's
all
like
part and
cars
parcel
of
it.
any interest.
Yeah.
You'll often look at
Or
things
luxury goods
that
in general.
luxury goods that you might not necessarily want to buy, but you're
Yeah.
just interested.
Yeah. Because I do look sometimes through your stock, and I do sit there and go, I think I've done an unboxing before and gone, sorry, someone's going to pay what for this? Because some things you just think, how can it be more than a house? I saw 3 beautiful watches, actually, which is going to go up on your Instagram in the next couple of days, which I thought about bringing on to tonight's show, and then realised it was probably £1 million worth of watches.
What, some of the Pateks?
Yeah, the 3
Audemars,
Pateks. It was 3
Yeah.
Pateks that are downstairs.
5980, the 57.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely stunning. And then I said, are we all right to bring these on tonight, Kaylee? And she just looked at me like I was bonkers. Yeah.
And I was like, I don't think so. You were like, why? They're really nice though. And I was like,
Let's answer Matt's question there. Spencer, when was it that sports Rolexes started trading over list? Presumably that hasn't always been the case.
Do you know something? I've got to tell you, that is a great question. It's a great... Can't actually answer it because my memory's not that good.
But it's a great question.
It's a great question, but I can't give you a great answer. All I can tell you is I know sort of probably 7-10 years ago, I was giving 25% discount on gold and 10% off on sports. Let's just think. I think it's probably sort of 2-3 years ago that things started.
Prior to the pandemic, or the
Yeah.
pandemic boosted it up?
The pandemic, everyone thought that things were going to just
Collapse.
fall off a cliff, which wasn't the case. I think it was prior to the pandemic. I'd really have to...
2016, Tufty's saying.
No, 2016, I don't think it was. I think it was later.
But for people that haven't watched the channel before or have joined us or haven't really maybe taken the time to go through the back episodes, I always think it's worth repeating, some of the stories you have about, because you've been in the watch business for very many, many years. And when people talk about ups and downs and everything, you've sort of kind of seen it all. But genuinely, you would sell Rolexes at discounts to list.
The only watch that traded over list was the Daytona and has done ever since like the earlier Daytonas. Sorry, the very early Daytonas, 70s and 80s, never sold. They never sold.
No.
You often had a watch that from the serial number was like 1968 and it was sold in 72. It took 4 years to sell.
Yeah.
It didn't sell. But I think it wasn't in 16, it was later than that when things were going over lists.
I remember you telling me a story about my watch, the Hulk, and you told me you just couldn't shift them.
No, wasn't your watch, it was the Kermit.
It was the Kermit?
The story,
No, I always thought it was Hulk's.
No, because remember what I'd done to the story
Go on.
where I changed the bezels.
That's right.
Right. So this is going to about 07, 08, the 16610 LN and LV. And I had about 4 pieces sitting in the drawer and I couldn't sell them. So I turned around to my watchmaker, and at the time, bezels were readily available.
Yep.
And I said, have you got some black bezels? And he goes, yeah, I've got a few of those. I said, do me a favour. Let's take the green bezels off on the LVs and put black bezels on. But the dial was still wrong because the dial had bigger dots on the LV. I said, put the black bezels on. He goes, why do you want to do that? I said, I've got 4, can't sell them. So they were about £3,700 at the time with the green bezel. And the black bezel was getting similar price, but they were selling. So we put the black bezel on the Kermit, and whether they're still floating about today, there were 4 or 5 that we changed from Kermits to LNs. Yeah. And sold them £3,500 to £4,000.
Right. Jonathan Adamson says, I bought my Batman in 2014. That's when you could see a Hulk or Batman in the AD window. Very soon after buying my Batman, there was a 6-month waiting for list. Steve W says, love the Hulk. The Hulk was the one first Rolex that I actually wanted to own, and it was a gift when I turned 50.
There we go.
Yeah. I turned 60 in 9 years, Spencer. I'll tell you what my next watch will be. Amazing stuff. Guys, if you fancy coming on, Kelvin and Ian are going to be coming down. Hopefully, we're going to get this arranged in a few weeks' time. But I believe over the summer, we've got a couple of spare slots, Spencer. You're disappearing off for a little bit, aren't you?
I can go out the office and someone's going to come and work with Kaylee for the day. That's the job.
Got to put up with me for a day, though.
Well, that's a whole separate issue. We're trying to get people to guest host the show.
that's just the guest hosting.
The guest host. If you would like to come and guest host the show, pop it in the comments. I'm going to watch it later because I love watching us back afterwards, just to get the numbers up. But no, seriously, if you would like to guest host and you've got some interesting watches you'd like to bring in, please drop us a line. Perhaps you can email us thatwatchguylondon@gmail.com and we'll have a little look. Now, what's happening? I heard when we were away in Ibiza, you
That's right, Paul
and Russell decided to give away like a day's experience as a watch dealer or something. What was that all about, Kaylee? And what's happening with that?
BQ. I really need to sort that out.
You need to have a look at
I've put everyone's names together. I just need to figure out the logistics of it because Paul was like, there's going to be 2 people. You'll win it. Then at the end, he said, if you want to come, even if it's half a dozen, give us an email. Well, the next day, my emails and our Instagram was flooded messages. So now I'm like, okay, now I've got to figure it out logistically how I'm going to do this and how we're going to figure it out. So I'm not ignoring anyone. I have replied to emails, but I do need to sit down with Spence and sort out a plan and figure out if we're going to do one day.
It's like I'm going to get 6 months off.
Yeah, we've got a super chat. Des Ferris, £5. Thank you. Evening, Spencer. I've been viewing a Daytona 2022 116503. The individual is looking for 28 grand for it. Is this a good price? Many thanks for the advice.
What's the dial?
Yeah, we need to know what the dial is.
The 116503.
But is
2022.
it black, white, champagne,
Well,
diamond dot?
Des, what dial is it? And we'll give you an answer. Pop your comment in. James will keep his eye out for that and we'll pop it up on the screen. Yeah. Everybody's asking for tea and tickets to stand in. Someone of your own sort of growing stature, Spencer.
He's taller than me, actually.
Tickers, if you're watching, you are more than welcome to come down and host with Kaylee and Paul and myself. We would love to have you come down.
But Gav, you're away as well at some point.
Yeah, Kaylee,
No, I'm
sorry.
away.
Right, I'll be doing this on my own. Do you know what? I'll be doing this on my own at one point. You 2 flutter off
James,
abroad. Me and
you'll have to
James
come
sat
in here.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
You know what?
I'm away for another wedding.
Jeez.
I'm away for a wedding in Italy in a couple of weeks' time. I can't say anything about it. And I probably won't be able to tell you anything after it.
Why?
Because I've signed confidentiality
You
agreements.
joking?
No, I'm serious. Yeah. Yeah.
Des just put a black dial.
Des,
just
give me a
plain
call.
black.
I will do
Yeah.
my best to beat that.
You will beat that
I will beat that.
a lot.
That's what I said. I'll do my best and I will beat that.
Yeah.
You'll be able to sell them a watch
Yeah.
cheaper than that.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Heavenly Mark said, would Spencer consider some good travel pouches, same as the Rolex Service Centre pouches, gain loads from the LWS but missing BQ ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're actually designing some new pouches.
Some new
for
merch?
watches. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought about that actually. Our mouse mats went down really well, didn't they? And all the giveaways we did.
Still though, they're still as
Still.
popular.
They are,
Yeah.
aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're looking into some new stuff. With
Tea and tickers, what date, Gav? I'll come back to you, John, with a date. It's going to be probably in July, 100%. When are you away, Spence? You don't even know.
whole of July.
The whole of July. Tickers, you can come down into the whole month.
We'll put you up in
Tickers,
an
do you not want to wait
Airbnb.
till Janilda's back? That would be a good idea. I will give you some dates. Pop me an email, please. Thatwatchguylondon@gmail.com. Kaylee, we did a little unboxing. Should we take a little look?
Let's take a look. Yeah, did you come in last week?
Did you miss me?
Yeah.
Did you miss an unboxing last week?
Yeah, did you? How funny, I watched the show with my mum and she was like, oh my God, it's your unboxing. I was like, yeah. But you haven't put one of ours up yet.
They're up.
Where? Hi guys, welcome back.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another unboxing with
Kaylee.
and Gavin. We managed to get our first few out the way, and I think they've been very, very well received. So,
Yes.
sorry, Janilda, but for the foreseeable future, I'm a
This
proper.
is the new duo.
I'm a proper stand-in. Okay, Kaylee, what have you got today? Because there's some new magic in the store today.
Yes,
Isn't it?
and I thought, since last time you picked out some watches, I thought, do you know what? I might pick out some watches this time.
Beautiful.
Something new that's come in. I thought, you know what? It's great to show the viewers.
Absolutely.
So the first one I picked out is a Vacheron.
Now, can I just start by saying, it's so interesting when I get to actually be this side of the camera and watch the unboxings, because the Rolex boxes that we've always commented about, I've never really get to touch a few of them, but all of a sudden you go a little bit more upmarket and the boxes are literally
Like
a little bit
yeah.
insane, aren't
Yeah.
they? Yeah, absolutely. So it's a beautiful like piano wood box with the Vacheron Constantine
With their
motif on the
logo.
front. And if I open this up, perhaps tell everybody what we've got here.
So this inside, we've got a Vacheron Constantine overseas on the blue like rubber strap, which I think is lovely, and the blue dial as well.
Okay, I'm just going to try and gently manipulate this out. Okay, let me get rid of the box. Right, Kaylee, a Vacheron Constantine overseas. Now,
Yeah.
I know that these are beautiful watches.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, it's a stunner. Let's have a little look at that.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll hold it there.
With the blue dial as well, which is the most popular, I would say, on the Vacheron watches, is the blue dial.
Okay. Now, it says on here, Polish. What does that mean, polish?
Polish.
So actually, this has come in basically
This is
for
literally
just come
half
in,
an hour
hasn't
before
it?
you
Yeah.
came
So
in,
basically,
Gav.
this isn't tidy and clean. It's about to be
No.
cleaned up and put in.
What's your thoughts on it?
Nice size-looking watch. I
Yeah.
really like it. I like the glass back.
This is the 7900V. This is 2021 full set, but also, guys, obviously it has this blue rubber strap. It also has a blue leather and also the bracelet to come with it. So you've got loads of different options with this, which I think is great, and it's,
I'm going to show everyone.
show them
So you've got the bracelet,
if you want to have the bracelet on,
absolutely, with the clasp, which is absolutely lovely.
with their logo on.
Yeah. And then you also have a leather strap.
I think
I won't
it's
do the
blue.
strap-on joke.
Or it's or it's black. Blue. It's
It's
blue.
blue, yeah.
Leather. Yeah.
So you have all options with this watch, which is
Yeah.
absolutely stunning. Just looking at the details on the watch face itself, I better put it the right way up. Okay, so looking at the watch, it has an AM and PM, which is useful if you want to know if it's day or night.
Yeah.
So it doesn't just tell the time, it tells you if it's day or night.
Which
Failing that, Kaylee, you could actually
Failing
just
that,
look out the
Gav.
window
yeah.
and just
see if it's
light,
day or night.
light or dark. And see where you
However,
are.
saying that, obviously now it doesn't actually get dark till about 9 o'clock.
That's very true because we're in British summertime.
Yeah.
Also, the subtle details of the Maltese cross on the bezel, sorry, on the dial, and on the crown. It's beautiful. It's a lovely looking watch. I'm going to, would you mind
Never, Gav.
taking off my favourite
Never.
Swatch and going to put on this lovely.
Have you
little
been
watch.
to Swatch lately?
Don't even ask.
Gotcha.
You don't want to know. Okay, yeah, it's oh, you can just adjust. Oh, so it's simply adjustable. You just pop this out, or maybe not, and move it down. Okay. Not going to get on my big wrists. I don't want to mess around with it. You pop it on yours, Kaylee. Popping it on the wrong wrist. Yeah, it's really pretty. Nice.
Yeah, it is lovely.
Would this be sort of more expensive or less expensive than a sort of an Aquanaut in blue?
So it is, what, Patek?
Mm.
Yeah, it's less. This is 54.5, which with this blue dial, I just think.
So that's
I'd love it.
£54,500
Yeah.
in stock. We just got it in,
Yeah.
right?
So it just needs to go through quality control. And obviously, guys, as we said, it comes with 3 different, like,
Options.
bracelets or straps.
Let's take it off again, Kaylee. That's really nice. Right, guys. It's rubber. It tells the time and AM and PM. If you're in the market for a Vacheron Constantine overseas, come and find Kaylee.
Yeah, give me a call and I'll be able to help you.
Before we go anywhere, if you haven't already, please do like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It would be very much appreciated. Give us a little thumbs up. Every little helps. And I hope you've enjoyed this little unboxing, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. That is now Kaylee in stock, isn't it? Back from the
quality control.
The quality control.
Yep.
Shined up, looking beautiful. It's a gorgeous watch. Yeah, Tim Jack says it's a stunner. It's a beautiful piece. That's a quality piece, says Nicola. Nick, how are you? It's I really enjoyed that, actually. I really enjoyed that watch.
I really like
It's just
unboxing with you,
different.
Gav.
The Vacheron is just very different.
I love coming in and saying what's new, and someone popping their head up and go, "Oh, do you know what we've got in?" Because I don't see many Vacherons in the store. What's the Vacheron that's offset?
You got the overseas. I'm not familiar with it.
No, sorry.
I like that one.
I'm not familiar with it.
But it's offset, isn't it? It's all round the wrong way. Yeah. Tea and tickers, make sure you have the palm, negotiate your appearance fee. You know, there's no appearance fee for this stuff. It's all for the you get dinner. You get dinner on me. Tickers, if you've sent through an email. Guys, if anybody would like to join Tickers on that show, then do drop us a line. We will have more than one of you. Lawrence Fahy says, off to Harrods on Wednesday. Hopefully I'll be able to pick up a new watch for the wife. It's her birthday. I do wish you luck with that. Let's have a look at what questions have come in this week from Instagram. Tim Jack says it's an Americana.
He's back.
There he is. He's back. Someone said he's got my eyes.
No, he's so cute.
He is very, very cute, isn't he? We're going to take
so proud of
Janilda,
her.
if you're watching. We all think he's very, very handsome. Congratulations once again. Let's go to question number one for you, Spencer. Have you seen a higher number of watches being offered to you being flipped straight from ADs? And that's from Neil Brennan.
Sure. I think that is the case. Look, there's certainly, with prices coming down a little bit, people offering more pieces, and some people where prices aren't quite where they used to be, they want to know where they are with pieces.
Yeah.
So
I see a lot of the Instagram stuff, Kaylee, on a daily basis. In fact, over the whole weekend, sometimes I pop you a little message to say, have a little look. But there does seem to be a real uptick of people offering 2022 watches.
Yeah, and also, I will say this, what's just been like the new watches that came out this year, what's about to flood the market, because do you not think, Spence, we start getting calls every day, 2, 3 a day with the same watch?
And then suddenly a lot more.
So in other words,
the Air Kings come through.
The yellow gold Yachtmaster, like on the Oyster Flex.
Yeah,
you just
I saw
know
that.
that's just
I
about
saw that all
to be.
weekend. There was messages about that.
That's what I mean. It's just you just know it's going to come all into the...
Okay, there's your answer. Arts and Creation asks, what's the most popular popular model Rolex you sell?
It's my all-time. I always say.
Submariner.
Yep.
So the Date Submariner is your biggest turnover watch?
100%.
Consistently, without fail?
Yeah.
Date and non-date.
Date and non. How much is a non-date sub these days? I'm still waiting for mine.
Non-date sub list probably, I think, 7.3 and 8.3 at a guess.
Yeah.
Thereabouts.
And your end? How much have I got to pay you?
Well, they're about
Like
12 and a half, 14 and a half.
Discount for mates. Gotham Buana. Milgauss Z Blue or Explorer 2 Polar Dial. What's your preference, Spencer? Oh, that's a toughie.
My preference is the Milgauss.
Yep, I agree.
It's just something a bit different.
It's the blue.
It's just different. The blue, the orange, and the green with the green glass.
Yeah.
Because it's a GV. It's just a little bit different.
I like how they both have an orange hand, though.
Yeah, I've got the orange accent. Next question is from Rolex Lover 76. How much is the Sprite selling for at present? Never heard of a Sprite. You mean the Riddler?
The Riddler.
He means
think they
Riddler. Yeah. Rolex Lover 76. You mean a Riddler. There's
What
no
I'd
such thing as a
say
Sprite.
is we've sold a few pieces in the Oyster and the Jubilee. What do we have? One left in the Jubilee?
Yeah, I think it's 30...
39,950.
Yeah, 39,950.
What you'll always find is we'll always try and be competitively priced.
Yeah.
Always.
Okay. Let's have a look at the next one. Tufty 1990. Will you be attending the London Watch Show?
Interesting. No.
Interesting.
No.
No. I've got a few ideas for the tail end of this year and next year, but no, I won't be at London Watch Show this year.
Okay.
The next one coming up.
Okay. Next question from Gotham Boomer again. Will Pepsi hit 25k again?
Without doubt. It's just a matter of time.
Do you know
There
what I
was
will
me-
say
Go
though
on, tell me.
on the Pepsi? Do you
Yeah.
not think, Spence? It's one that hasn't. Yeah, it has. Like the price has come
It's
down
come
slightly,
down a
but it
little
hasn't.
bit.
Not as much as other ones have. This one kind of
Saying
is
that
still.
the sub hasn't moved that much.
No,
either.
the Sutton.
No.
No subs. That didn't even.
So
come
what's the
into
Pepsi
equation.
now with you?
21
21, 22.
Yeah, so it only takes a tiny bit for it to
Yeah.
creep up, if
Yeah.
indeed, and
Yeah.
it's always going to be popular, isn't
Yeah,
it?
Pepsi's always popular.
Yeah. Okay, so Gotham, if you're looking to buy one of those or sell one,
Hit us up.
yeah. Artan, is there any one watch that Spencer has in his sights for himself currently?
Not, pardon me.
You choked on
Not-
that, didn't you?
You choked on the answer. No.
There's- To be honest with you, as you see, Kaylee, like this came across the table and I thought, wow, I love that.
Yeah.
Nothing that I'm really focused on, but it's different when you touch and feel and see a watch. Yeah.
I've asked this question before, many shows ago. But is it difficult being in love with watches when it's your business as well? In other words, you can pretty much wear anything you want. So for you personally to buy and own and put away a watch, is there any value or point? That's like having all your eggs in one basket, isn't it?
Most of the things I've got are older reference, 4-digit reference, older pieces, 70s, 80, 5513, 1680s, 16. That's more the sort of thing. Or a watch that's beautiful condition that might not be new old stock, but there's something special or some
Yeah.
special dial is what I put
So-
away. But in terms of modern stuff, you just pick it up and wear it, like
Yeah.
I say, like with the Pepsi.
Well, you're very lucky
Batman.
like that, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't, for me, and we discussed this and we both tried it on, the Riddler I can't wear.
You just can't wear it.
Because I can't wear a watch on my right wrist.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work on the left.
For you,
But I would love,
visually.
I would love that watch in the green, but only when it comes out
And the
normal,
correct
normal
version.
configuration.
Well, let's flip that around. So you've said you've got a collection of 4-digit reference numbers. Is there a watch that you would necessarily be after if something came along? You thought, oh, that I definitely have room for that in that year.
I never look and think I'm looking for that. It comes across my table and then I look at it and I'll weigh everything up about the condition, the dial, the hands, the case, the bracelet. From that, I'll make my decision. But I don't go searching for it. The other watch I love, you know the one,
Yeah.
which very rarely, and there weren't loads of them, the Siege Weller
4,000.
4000,
Yeah.
116600.
And
when
to be
they
fair,
come-
that's really popular as well. And that I will say on that though, the price on that has
yeah.
gone up because there
That's
wasn't
sort
many
of a
made.
16,500,
Yeah.
17,500 pound watch. So the Siege Weller 4000, it was only made for about 3 years. Whenever they come, always a watch I look
Yeah.
at.
Andy Binns, I don't know if this is aimed at you, Spencer, but he mentioned the word Lego. It was great to speak with you today. Thanks again for the Lego. My son will love it tomorrow. Is he speaking to you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not speaking to
Ba-
me.
ba-
Well, I don't know. Sometimes people chat amongst
Yeah,
themselves
did you
while we're
not
doing a
see?
show.
Basically, what happened was Paul gave away the Casio, and I was asked what I was giving away.
Yeah.
So he's really caught me. I'm sitting at home, had nothing to give away. Literally, my mouse mat, nothing. So I got the 911. I said, which hasn't been given away before.
Yeah.
So we gave away a 911 Lego.
And Ian didn't get it.
No,
Andy Binns.
No, Andy Binns did.
Andy. Paul
Ian-
announced.
Ian
who was
must
gonna
be
get
gutted.
it.
There's a competition we've done that he hasn't won.
So Andy Binns got it, and we shipped one out to him today.
And you shipped out today. Amazing. Fantastic. What a lovely... Oh, you're going to need an O-level to put that together.
But
No, they're a bit complicated.
For
You're-
viewers, so you know, Andy has been told if it's not built within 6 weeks,
Yeah.
he's got to buy me some Lego.
Ah.
I want to see it built. It's got to be done.
He's going to buy you that little basic like Star Wars set. Yeah. Anything new on the Lego front for you?
Ian dropped something off. It almost got caught in the flood, didn't it?
Yeah, I had to swiftly pick that
I
up
haven't
before it got
seen.
ruined.
It's sort of a tractor or something. I forgot to
Yeah.
look at it.
Have you not?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Spencer, it's a question that's been asked many times on this channel by our lovely viewers. And it's one that you've never really put a solid answer to. I'm going to put you on the spot.
Go on.
Oh, God.
One day, at some point, whilst we still do this YouTube thing, do you think you could bring some of your, maybe not all, but some of your older watches in so we can have a little look?
Okay.
I know you don't particularly want to bring out your stuff,
Yep.
but
I
I
will
think it's quite nice to
I
show
will
some of the
do.
older
There'll
stuff.
be a special time, and I'll bring a few pieces.
Yeah. Okay.
But I like to keep private collection private.
I
So
understand.
it's not been shown, but we will do.
Yeah, maybe one.
Yep.
Maybe
okay.
one. Okay. Because I'm hoping to get my collector to give me some watches.
Oh, really? Some
yeah.
of the
Yeah, in the next couple of weeks.
what, the Octavias and the
If
Rolexes.
we get some very nice guest hosts in who really love watches, I'm going to knock him up for some.
Okay.
I think some very
Lovely.
some
Yeah.
old some older watches just to
Okay.
get things going. So Spencer, yes, basically we'd like to see some of your older watches at some point in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time to tell a little bit, but easy for me to say. Come to that time of the evening where we get to say goodbye to you. If you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to our channel. We work very hard to make sure it keeps going each and every week just for you guys.
Make
Kaylee,
sure that
it's
you
been a motion.
like,
Yes.
subscribe, comment.
Comments are very important, actually.
Yeah,
Post
because-
the show.
And also in comments, like anything you want to see us unbox or anything you ever want to see us bring on the show. Like we all look at the comments after, so you should comment after.
Absolutely. And that's really good, actually, about the unboxings. If there's any watches you'd like to see unboxed or we can put
Yeah.
our hands on, please do let us know. Because Kaylee and I are always scratching our heads, looking around thinking, apart from anything news come in,
Yeah.
we'd
and-
like to unbox
yeah,
something the viewers
exactly.
would like to
Yeah.
see. And some close-up shots. We know that one as well. Spencer, over to you. You remember how to do this bit?
I've forgotten.
Give it a go.
You haven't, yeah.
Thank you, everyone. And remember, if you haven't dealt with us yet, it's only a matter of time.
Have a good week, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.